Greetings YouTube. Time for a bargain video. So first up we have some books and DVDs. So we have a book called Swords and Sorcery, which is about how to draw fantasy figures and such. Now I picked it up because some of the art was very, very good. Also as an inspiration that could be used in role-playing games. I have another in this series called Freaks, and I really should do a review of Freaks. I'll do a review of this eventually. But Freaks is about how to draw anthropomorphic creatures, and it's excellent. Then we have a book, LL Cool J. I make my own rules. I've been kind of a fan of LL Cool J, particularly his acting work. He makes me smile. Then we have Rags and Bones, new twists on timeless tales, sort of reimagining classical fairy tales. My wife is a big fan of fairy tales. In fact, just recently she picked up a reissue of some of the original Grimm's fairy tales. Then we have Turok, Son of Stone. Now, I know that Turok was a video game. Other than that, I know nothing about the series. This is apparently it's a full-length animated film. I picked it up for $2 at Bed Bath & Beyond, of all places. I know nothing about it, but it's about people battling dinosaurs, so it can't be all bad. Then we have On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Now, this actor, whose name escapes me at the moment, prior to Daniel Craig, was my favorite Bond. Because he made Bond seem like a human being, as opposed to a comic book character. Because I really felt, especially with Roger Moore played Bond as though he knew he was in a movie. There was no sense of realism whatsoever. This guy, I felt, lent a greater sense of believability to it. And Daniel Craig, especially in the first of the ones he did, really brought that home. We have Something Wicked This Way Come, which is a film. You may have heard my wife in the background getting all excited. That we've been looking for a used copy of this for years now. And we finally stumbled upon one. And it was $6, so it was a really nice deal. Then we have Star Trek's In Search of Spock, which was directed by Leonard Nimoy, and he's done the commentary track. Now, I recently watched Star Trek Genesis, which had been directed by William Shatner, and the commentary track was William Shatner and his daughter. And I'm thinking, William Shatner can be very bombastic. Kind of over the top kind of thing. And he was far more subdued than I thought he was going to be, which was nice. But it was one of the most intimate commentary tracks I've ever encountered because it was just him and his daughter. It was quite nice. Then we have Shaka Zulu, which is a film about the great African warrior. I can remember seeing this years ago when it was on television, so now I've got it. I think it has a commentary track. Then we have Springtime for Max and Ruby, which is a DVD I picked up for a coworker. Then we have the Ultimate Visual Dictionary from DK Books. Dorling Kindersley, which is just, or Kindersley, which is just such a great reference. We got some Latin vocabulary cards, because my wife wanted them. I got no idea why. We have a giant pack of playing cards. They fascinated me. I think it was kind of cool. They have a nice physicality about them. Then we have a Crusader Cup I picked up for $1. I might use that in some kind of a survival kit or something. Then we have a nice little piece of ceramics, and I picked this up. I saw the signature in the back, and I'm like, that's a professional. That's how a professional signs a piece of ceramic. The problem is that neither my wife and I can figure out what that says. So if anybody out there sees this, can see what that says, cool. Because I don't think we have the technology yet where I can take a picture of that signature and have something figured out digitally. Maybe there is, I'm not positive. But it's a nice little piece, and it was a nice price, and so I'd like to figure out who made this and see what it's actually worth. And then we have 2 pieces of clothing. We have a piece of Nike fitness clothing, which is designed to fit wick, so it's like it wicks sweat away from you and such. I got that for my wife. Not sure it's going to fit her, but it was a good deal, so I figured it up. My father gave me a Papaya shirt, which has Beast Mode on. Yeah, here we go. There's a Beast Mode Engage or something like that. But yeah, it's Papaya, and he always made me smile when I was a kid. So there you go. And then lastly, we have a side table, which is made of cast iron. And it slips under the sofa, and this section supports it, so this wrist, so you can pull it right up next to you. And we've been looking for something like this, and the best price we've seen for one of these things is like $45. And we found this on sale today for $20. So we picked it up, and it was in teal. My wife liked the fact that it was in teal. They had it in red and teal. She liked the teal better. So we picked that up. I'm going to probably go assemble that when I'm done with this video. So there you have it, folks. This has been my Weekend Bargains.